Right. Hello everyone. I hope everyone got a slice of pizza and beer. Good afternoon and welcome to OWASP London third meeting this year. Okay, so we didn't have one last month in June. That was because there was an Application Security Europe conference in Rome, which I attended. Some of you attended as well. So that is the reason we didn't have one last month. So we're having one now in July. So agenda for tonight is networking pizza and beer ongoing. So I'm going to have a welcome and OWASP update with my colleague Sherif. So we're going to tell you about all the cool stuff, and because I just got back from Rome, so I can tell you about the OWASP projects and some other cool projects I learned about there. Then we're going to have Scott presenting some very cool three-letter acronym soup. Ends with BBQ. I wonder what that is. Then after a break, we'll have a demonstration of a new cool tool called JAX. I'm not sure if you know about this, but pretty sure Lewis will show to us how it works. And it's online, so you probably need Wi-Fi for this, right? Yeah. And then we have Lucian and Chris presenting a talk on how to achieve continuous delivery with the automating application security pipeline. And then I'll have a few last words, and then we're all going to move to the brew house and kitchen around the corner for continuation of the networking and beer. Okay, so first of all, for those of you who don't know how OWASP works, as you know, we didn't have to pay anything for this event. Everything's free, and we are all volunteers. Okay, so there is a membership. For those of you who don't know, and the membership is very cheap. It costs about $50 a year, $50 US. And what that gives you, first of all, is a donation to the OWASP Foundation, which is a charity which tries to help all organizations to make application security visible and tries to provide some guidelines for everyone in application security space. If you are a member, you'll get this new cool logo called OWASP Supporter. Okay. So my name is Sam Stepanyan. My co-leader is Sherif, so that's us on Twitter. You need to connect with us. So we've been running the chapter since last December, as the previous OWASP chapter leader, Justin, is just too busy, so couldn't run it any longer. So for membership, if you would like to sign up, you can just Google for OWASP membership. So there is an individual membership and a corporate membership. And there's individual $50, corporate is a bit more expensive. The individual membership gives you huge discounts to a lot of conferences, including OWASP conferences. So OWASP runs a lot of conferences everywhere in the world. So the biggest regional ones are OPSEC Europe, which just finished in Rome a few weeks ago. And there will be another one in America, OPSEC USA, another very, very big one. It's probably the same size as Black Hat, and that will be in Washington, D.C. in October this year. So I urge you, if you're not a member yet, to sign up and donate your money to OWASP. And so this money will also go to support our projects, which I'm sure you heard about, OWASP Top 10, OWASP ZAP, and lots of other cool stuff. So the logos on the screen now, these are all our chapter sponsors and corporate sponsors. So first of all, I'm pretty sure you appreciated how cool these offices are. So many thanks to Expedia for hosting us this time, and to Sherif for organizing all this. And as you can see, there are lots and lots of companies who are contributing members and sponsors of OWASP. I'm pretty sure, I know some of you are from these companies. Okay, so thank you very much. If you would like to become a sponsor and help us with our mission of securing applications, you can just go on OWASP website and find out how to do it. And these guys, these big companies, so Adobe, Salesforce, Contrast, Hewlett Packard, and Qualys are the premium members. So they're paying a lot of money to help us, and actually contributing a lot of their resources to help OWASP. Okay, so I'm going to start from the conference, which is just finished in Rome, and that was from 27th of June to 1st of July. which I attended, so I'm going to give you a very brief report on some cool stuff which was going on there. So some pictures from the conference you can see on screen at the moment. And you can actually see our own Venus crews there presenting, they call it. So, quick update on OWASP projects. So first of all, Application Security Verification Standard, or ASVS. There's a new version, version 3.01, which has just came out. Okay, so you to download and check it out. So, and you can find out which level your organization can be classified, yeah, okay, from 0 to advanced. Okay. There's another very cool project called OWASP Security Knowledge Framework, and that is again free, open source, and that basically a knowledge of everything related to application security, and absolutely free on the internet. You can just Google, find out how it works, and I'll show you basically what it provides you. So for each coding language, and you can see in examples, you've got PHP, C#.NET, and Java, which is currently under development. Developers can read about a particular concept, right? So it's a big knowledge base. So because Scott is our first presenter, I've chosen HTTPStrict Transport Security, or STS, which is probably the second three-letter acronym on its presentation. Yeah, it actually has a very interesting caveat. It says this can lead to a significant privacy leak. Right? Site owners can use HSTS to identify users without cookies. Be aware. Okay, so those of you who know OWASP Top 10, so everyone knows OWASP Top 10 vulnerabilities. There will be a new OWASP Top 10 2016. It was aware 2007, 2010, 2013 is the last version. So 2016 is being prepared now. As you can see, this was a data call. So, and the cutoff was July 20th, last week. So basically, OWASP is currently collecting data from all the organizations with regards to what vulnerabilities they see the most. And then this is going to be sorted and presented in a new OWASP Top 10, which is going to come out, I believe, probably in October, when we're going to have the OPSEC USA conference. Another cool project for you to check out is called OPSEC Pipeline. I'm just going to show you a few slides, how you're going to pipeline your application security tools and automate it all if you use Jenkins or whatever automation tools. We actually have a talk on automation, so we'll see how guys from SagePay automate their security pipeline. So there are some interesting templates, because I'm running short of time. I'm going to show you some interesting slides here, and we're going to talk through them. Okay, so yeah, using any of these tools, very good, Verb, Zap, Whitehat, VMQuads. Oops, probably need to switch off my email notification. Right. So another very cool thing which I learned at OPSEC EU is something called Game of Hacks. Okay, so Game of Hacks is prepared by Checkmarks, one of our sponsors. This is online, just Google for Game of Hacks, and that is an interactive game. You can do a single player or challenge a friend, and this thing actually shows you a piece of code, so you can choose your level. So I chose intermediate here. Yeah, so it shows you a piece of code, and there's a timer on top. Yeah, so you get, well, I think 30 seconds to figure out what is the vulnerability in this code. So it's multiple choice, okay, and see how much you can score on this thing. Again, absolutely free. Just Google for Game of Hacks. You will see little check marks. Obviously, this is not an OWASP project, so it's not open source, but it's free for everyone. You can play, you can challenge your developer teams. Yeah, I'm going to show them this code and tell them where is the vulnerability, what is it. Another very cool OWASP project coming up is called Mobile Security Framework. Again, another open source project. What that allows you to do is to pen test your mobile applications. It's a really cool thing. It's a completely open source. You can go and download it. What it does, it spins up emulators of either Android or iOS in VirtualBox VMs. VMs are already in there, and you can go through several scenarios and see what you can exploit. Okay. Very, very cool project. So if you're doing any mobile apps development, I urge you to check this out. Okay, and I'm gonna hand over to Sherif to talk about cybersecurity challenge that we participated in recently.
So, hi everyone. Bletchley Park Museum, one of the things that they've done is also they have the cybersecurity challenge. And what we've done is that we represented OWASP in certain areas. So, secure design, for example, and software security. So we provided a small set of videos just explaining a couple of the core concepts, and then later on there's going to be also challenges that some of the students can do. And that's actually pretty cool because it encourages high school students to learn more about it, but they also get credits for doing so. So that's one of the good things that we've done. Also, we have invested a little bit more in Zap. So we've gotten an intern to play around with Zap and see if you can sort of automate it into a CI pipeline. So we've provided some feedback to Zap and Simon Bennett. So in fact, we've actually had a meeting with him this week, and we've also we've contributed some code on the process of doing it, but also contributing some bug fixes in the future, so it actually make it better. One of them is improving the API. So at the moment, it's not exactly a RESTful API, it's all GET requests. So to make it a little bit nicer, neater, and more fleshed out, they're actually putting post API requests and so forth, so it's more of an actual RESTful API.
Thanks, Sherif. Okay, and I think now we are ready for our first talk of the evening. So I don't think I have to introduce these guys. So anyone who's ever Googled for what is a HSTS or what's a CSP, I think it's probably the first thing that you came up on Google. And there's a very, very cool blog called Scott Helm. And there is only one other cool blog on the other side of the ocean, right, called Troy Hunt. So these two guys work very hard to keep us secure. So Scott is prepared to talk about all these three-letter CSP, STS, and other strange things we should be using. There you go, Scott.